I really had a couple of moments of going, I'm not sure if I like her. Whenever I've seen pictures of that, I go, yeah, that really was a terrible idea. Hi, I'm Freya Allan and I'm chatting to Cosmo today. Firstly, I got a self-tape and it was quite vague and quite different to how it actually ended up being when we were shooting. I think she was described as being, it was originally more kind of animalistic. I think they just wanted to see if the person could do that. I did that and then I think it went quite quiet and I forgot about it, and then I was on my way back from filming and my agent called and said that they were having struggle finding the person and that they wanted to look back on my tapes, and they did, and then I got a recall with Deborah Zane, the casting director, who's amazing, and we did it over Zoom. She was a really welcoming presence and it went well, and then found out that they wanted me to have a chemistry read with Owen, but because I was in Europe, I wasn't in America, I had to do it over Zoom. And so I kind of thought, oh, there's no way this is gonna happen because it's through a screen, but me and Owen just kind of clicked even through a screen. We were saying earlier, kind of forgot that there even was a screen in between us, and I thought Wes and his notes were already making me excited at the prospect of working with them. And then I found out that they wanted to get me out to Australia. So I wrapped season 3 of The Witcher, got straight on a plane to Australia for less than 24 hours, went out there, did a screen test with Owen and Wes, and I was like, it made me want it even more because they were so amazing. Flew back and then found out that I got it a few days before my birthday. With the screen test, I knew that I was up against someone else, one other person. I felt like in some ways the odds were against me in what they were looking for, so it was more me going in to try and make some kind of impression. I was at a wrap party because I'd just done reshoots for something else, and I was on the side of the street in Berlin and waiting for an Uber with a friend, and suddenly I just gasped and they were like, what's happened? And I was like, I've got Planet of the Apes. So I got a text from my agent from America. No, I mean, I've been asked that. I think personally, in acting, I'm not thinking about what my face is doing. Well, at least for this role, it's just about what's going on in their in their minds, and I think what was mainly interesting about the time period where she's silent in the film was that I'm playing a character who is pretending to be feral. So that kind of layering and finding the balance between convincing audiences that she could be feral, while also, for example, when I'm running away from the apes and it's a life or death situation, all the other feral humans had a very specific way of running that had been, designed to kind of differentiate, and I didn't want to take that on because in that moment, it's just survival and she's just going to run how she's going to run. And so it was those little things, but then I did choose to kind of take on a sort of almost rabbit in headlights type feeling to her when she's pretending to be feral. It was about finding that kind of balance, I guess. It's bizarre when you watch things and it's all come together because you create so much in your mind, and not everyone actually necessarily gets to know that. I have so many mysteries of May that audiences will never know, and it's very interesting watching the film because obviously when you're playing that character, you've got to empathise with them and fully be on their team, but watching it now within the whole picture of things, I really had a couple of moments of going, I'm not sure if I like her. Which obviously I love her because I can't help but back my character, but you know what I mean? There was a couple of moments where I went, this is not luxury, but I need a toothbrush. The worst is your mouth just being, I have to have a toothbrush. My mum would be not very good if she was here, but I'm working on it. I'm trying to, I had a nightmare with Vodafone the other day. Nightmare trying to get Wi-Fi. I've just moved into a place and I can't get Wi-Fi. It's very difficult to get, not that this is survival. See, May is like running through the jungle and somehow managing to survive and complete a somewhat impossible mission, and I can't get Wi-Fi. This is so boring, but I'm just gonna say pasta because I'll never not love pasta. I mean, honestly, I love a good old arrabbiata with some parmesan, to be honest with you. Yes, many. Who do I pick though? Viola Davis? Something with a lot of dialogue, where you can really like get the opportunity to play with that, which is ironic because I literally don't speak. Well, I speak, but you know, not for a lot of it. But I would love something with like lots of dialogue to play with. That's what I would like to do with her. Would be amazing. Spotify. I would say that there'd be Coldplay on there. Probably Jack Harlow, to be honest with you. And I love a bit of Davido. It's like Afro beats. I probably would have been either a dancer or like a painter, or maybe a director, which I might still want to do. I might still want to do all of those, to be honest with you. I love painting. All my friends are artists in there, you know, at art uni, so yeah, I love it. Honestly, it's not that different because I think specifically with that, you know, show, it is a big budget show, and there isn't a huge amount of difference. I'd say what was lovely on this though was getting to have Wes there and really feel the support and the trust in him. You know, when you're working on TV and you're getting director after director after director, it's not always easy to lean on them for direction. I mean, I'm currently shooting and absolutely loving the director we have for the first couple of eps, so that's great. But getting to have Wes there and just the consistency of that every day and reliability of being able to lean on him was the best. It was just a very positive, creative experience, but also personal because everyone was very nice people, you know, and very smart, intelligent people. It's very rare that you get one that can challenge you in your thoughts and provide help and allow you to lean on them because you've been playing that character for years and you know it inside out. But I must give credit to the current director. He's brilliant. Oh God. Yes, I know exactly what comes to mind. When I was like, I mean, this is like, without you seeing a picture, it's not going to be appreciated of how terrible of an idea it was. But I think when I was about 16, I went through a phase of wanting to really wear quirky clothes. And I had this blue jumper that had like these giant frills that went like round like this all the way around. And my dad continually told me I looked like a curtain rack. A curtain rail, and yeah, whenever I've seen pictures of that, I go, yeah, that really was a terrible idea. And also just like, I went through that little patch where I discovered makeup and was wearing way too much of it, and I look back on pictures and I go, oh my God, what are you doing? That's horrendous. Well, if you want to keep it in line with like acting, I want to be in an A24 film. Never stop saying the same thing. Have you heard me say I want to be in Tangled as well? You haven't heard that? Bang that one in there as well. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is in cinemas now. Thanks for watching.